it's Belana, Aspire to the Self, another collective tarot reading. Thank you for clicking onto my video. Please keep in mind this is a general collective tarot reading, therefore the messages will not and may not resonate with everyone. So please take what resonates with you in your particular situation and leave the rest. Please don't try to make the story fit if it doesn't fit, if it's not resonating with you. It just means that I'm not picking up on your energy, which is perfectly okay. If you are a returning member, subscriber, or viewer, welcome back, Soul Family. It's good to see you guys again. I hope you are doing well. Thank you for your likes, your shares, your comments, subscribes, super thanks, and donations. I truly appreciate them all. And if you are new to the channel, welcome. It's good to see a new face here. So you know, in the areas of legal, law, finance, health, mental health, please, I'm not a non-expert in those areas, nor do I claim to be, and if I mention them at all, it's either what my interest being up on or it's literally on the cards themselves. However, if it truly resonates for you, I highly encourage you to speak to those experts in those areas of expertise. Something also to note is that I am not a tarot reader, I'm a seer. Therefore, the cards are just how I connect with you guys. The cards are a physical and visual representation of the intuitive downloads that I receive, so please use your own level of discernment. I am also the author, V. Ulrich, of both fairy tales on the table here. The Princess and Her Inner Voice, which is a fairy tale written for children about their intuition, what it is, how it speaks to them, and how if they listen to it, it can help them to overcome all obstacles, help them to heal from all traumas, as well as get them to their happy ending in whichever way that looks for them. It is a very self-love and self-worth based fairy tale, as well as the Dark High Priestess and Prophet of the Queen Unseen. This is a fairy tale written for adults about healing and overcoming spiritual warfare and narcissistic abuse from friends and friends. It's told through the viewpoint of Divine Feminine, who realized that her mother has cursed her entire life, tried to sacrifice her to some kind of entity in order for her mother to have some kind of wealth. And her mother infiltrated her friends group, other family members, even her lovers, and she had to leave every single person behind so that she can cleanse her energy, reclaim her power with the help of benevolent beings, so she can be in alignment for her soul purpose, which does consist of being in a high vibrational soulmate or twin flame union, among other things. Both of these fairy tales are in the bard format, which means that they rhyme. So think like the content of Grimm's fairy tales in the format of Dr. Seuss. They are written and illustrated in such a way to heal and appeal to your inner child as you read them. They're short, they're sweet, they inspire hope, and they make you feel good as you read them. The audiobooks have been released when we attach this video for convenience. However, if you truly wish to purchase the physical copies, thank you. You can find them on online at reading shops, Amazon, Walmart, and Barnes & Noble, just name a few. The Princess and Her Inner Voice is a second edition print, which means that the autographed first edition, as well as my products, can be found on my website, which is www.aspiraltotheself.com. All of the information in the description box below for your convenience, as well as all my social media platforms and pages so we can get scammed by people or pages pretending to be me. As always, I begin each reading with a prayer. I call upon God, Banja, Great Goddess Morgan, the 23, Lou, the archangels, my ancestors, and the seen and unseen. Please only allow in this reading what I call upon, which is high vibrational energy and frequency. If any low vibrational entities and energies try to come through or try to ask project, open a portal, remove you, be a monitoring spirit, in the past, present, or the future, I ask that you block by the blind and immediately return the center of her fold, which I give you full consent to intervene and to intercede on my behalf, whichever way you deem fit. Please allow me to see what the collective know and provide clear, concise messages. If anybody tries to use technology in any kind of way to either take a screenshot, ask project, open a portal, or remote view into this set, I ask that you block by the blind and immediately return to center of her fold, which I give you full consent to hold them accountable and bring them to justice in your way. Please protect me, this channel, the video, and the viewers. I deliver a divinely guided message. Any curse, sex, evil eye, black magic, witchcraft findings, let they be blocked by and blinded and immediately return to sender 100-fold. The sender's mask ripped off, they'll be able to hide all their lies, deceit, ill intentions will become exposed and publicly known. All right, collective. So today the collective tarot reading is going to be about Mercury going into the zodiac sign of Virgo, which is the exalted sign for Mercury, meaning that the power is more influential. It feels very at home there, and this will be from September 2nd to September 18th of 2025. This is where we're going to have a focus on facts, analytical, and being very detail oriented. So Mercury, is the god, the messenger of the gods, so to speak. So it just means like focusing on facts, being very detail oriented. So whatever it is that you are saying, you're gonna, have the facts. You're gonna have the facts to support whatever it is that you're saying. But also you're going to be analyzing patterns, seeing things of that nature. But then also like focusing on service, being detail oriented, focusing on the logical aspect of things. The downside of this is you could be very perfectionist. You can have a sense of perfectionism, which is not something good to have. It means that you are essentially taking yourself out of the running before you even do something, that you have a lot of negative self-talk when you are in a perfectionist attitude. But also it can make you seem very cold and withdrawn, like saying that you don't have a heart. So let's get into this. Spirit, what do you want the collective to know when it comes to this Mercury in Virgo, September 2nd to the 18th? When it comes to them being focused on the details, focusing on the facts. When they talk to other people or in their communications, in their travels. So we have deception, not as it seems. Divination, spying, abuse. We have career. That's what I want the collective to know about this Mercury in Virgo. People who have Mercury in Virgo in their birth chart are actually very, very intelligent people. Again, 6th house, details, planning, fear. Need someone else to clarify these cards, Spirit? Okay. Thank you. Thank you, Spirit. So we have chakra cleanse, heart chakra, ethers, 5th house, entertainment, creativity, test of integrity, spiritual guidance. So, deception, not as it seems. Someone has been divination, spying, abusing divination, so pulling cards on you, trying to ask for jag, trying to use their mirrors, things like that. When it comes to your career, because you're doing something in a very, very public way, yeah, they're in fear of this. They're in fear of you having the details about whatever it is that they're doing. Like, you're receiving the spiritual guidance about what these people are doing. But also you're telling people to cleanse themselves. Divination, spying, in the ethers. Deception, as it seems, in ethers. So recap here. Deception, not as it seems. So there could be some kind of illusion. I've been definitely feeling a heavy air of illusion lately, especially in the collective tarot readings, where people are just trying to get you to walk away, to abandon where you've been, where you are, because they're in fear of what you're saying. Again, so with Mercury being in Virgo, this is symbolizing, based on these cards here, that you have the details, you have the facts about what is it these people have been doing, and you've been speaking about it in a very, very public way. And they're in fear about that because what has been done in the dark has been brought to light. Yeah, so they're trying to spy on you. So this is like giving illusions. This is giving mental magic, dream state magic. This is giving, like, trying to open portals with your mirrors. You need to seal those, close those if you haven't already. Because they're in fear about how you're receiving spiritual guidance, and the spiritual guidance that you're receiving is very on point. You're being provided with the details. You're being provided with their plans of what is it they keep trying to do to you. So it's like they can't hide anything from you. Because you have a test of integrity that has to do with your career. And using your creativity here to express yourself. But also you're telling other people how to cleanse their chakras, how to take like ritual baths, how to decurse themselves, especially when it comes to the heart chakra, when it comes to love, when it comes to your opportunities, your blessings, being open to receive them. So you have people in fear, collective, about the guidance that you're receiving, because the guidance that you're receiving is providing you with facts about what they're doing, what they're planning, and you're 10, 20 steps ahead of it. But also you're in the public eye in some kind of way. That's part of a test of integrity. That's part of your soul purpose, which is to communicate with others about your own experience, but then also how to help / save themselves. Again, you're being seen as someone who has the facts. Focused on the facts. Like, that's somebody that's what people are seeing you as. It's actually very consistent in the collective tarot readings as late as people are seeing, like the public themselves are seeing you as someone who's very factual, seeing you as somebody who is a very credible source of information. And this puts these people that are trying to do things to you in fear. Spirit, tell us about the fear of the spiritual guidance. Tell us about the fear of the spiritual guidance. We have touching earth, planting something new, 12-12. So each and every time these people keep trying to plant something new to get a new beginning, something happens. Yeah, you have personal power. Your beliefs here, your spiritual beliefs, you get the messages. So it's like these people keep trying to plant something new, trying to do something to you, and the ether. So again, this is like giving mental magic, dream state magic. trying to attach something to your aura, trying to attach something to your soul, something along those lines. But it's because they don't want you to have this power here, but you always get the messages on how to arise from the ashes, on how to overcome, because you have information here from Banja herself. So the great goddess of us all, the counterpart of God. You have the counterpart of God that is showing you compassion and grace during all this spiritual warfare. Yeah, for a divine feminine, the number 7 could be very significant, which is the 7th house, which is your partnerships, your commitments. We do have heart chakra here. So these people keep trying to target divine feminines, which has been very consistent in the collective tarot readings for the past like 2 years. Like trying to do something to the divine feminine so that way they don't get into these divine unions. So it's like goddess is on the divine feminine side helping her, to remove all obstacles, giving her the assistance. Helping her to be fearless in her pursuit, fiercely communicating her truth. Yeah, to open her heart chakra, to keep her heart open so that way she's open to her blessings, her opportunities, to love herself, but also to have that love mirrored back to her by another. Then we have, giving you the ancient wisdom and miracles. She's holding on to her solar plexus here, so that's like signifying like helping you to keep and retain your willpower as you heal your heart, the power of self-love. So they're in fear the kind of guidance that you're receiving. I guess the fallen angels and, the demons that they worship aren't giving them all the facts. They're not giving them all the facts like the up and up do. Clarify touching earth, spirit. Clarify touching earth. Yeah, these people that keep collaborating together, trying to plant something new to get a new beginning here, thinking that they're going to have a passionate breakthrough if they just remain resilient, if they just keep going. But it drains them of energy each and every time. This Queen of Pentacles, this is a wife, this is a mother here. Keeps trying to do something to you, trying to do something to your intuition because they know how on point it is. They know how strong it is, and it just gets stronger and stronger every day. Clarify brilliant beliefs. Clarify brilliant beliefs. Yeah, when it comes to keeping your crown chakra open, which means like your connection to God, to source, to Banja, right? But your ability to feel hope, your ability to think, again, it says very logically during this Mercury in Virgo. So it's like they keep trying to collaborate to plan something new in your mind, mental magic, dream state magic. Hoping to get some kind of new beginning if they just keep going, if they are just resilient, they'll get a passionate breakthrough is what they keep thinking. Like, the definition of insanity is you keep doing the same thing over and over again, hoping for a different result. That's these people. They just feel like if they keep going, they'll get something. And it's all because they don't want you to be in your personal power, so they attack your mind. Hoping to bring about some kind of catastrophic change, chaos, to make the energy very rapid in your life. And they've been working very long and hard at this, hoping to get some kind of reward to try to affect you in some kind of way. Trying to seize the moment when it comes to your intuition, you being a high priestess, but also a hierophant. You getting the downloads. Again, with 5th here, this is 5th house, your entertainment, your creativity. This is the 2nd house, which is your values, your finances, your material wealth, right? These people are doing mental magic because they're hoping that you'll self-sabotage, like you'll start talking negatively to yourself. You'll start, being in that mindset of loss and lack. You'll start having fear here, and that will change your manifestations. That will affect you, so that way they can affect you being in this Hierophant energy, you either being married or you being some kind of spiritual leader. But again, you're showing up as a high priestess, someone who has a very strong intuition, a very high inner knowing. And with here, they fear the spiritual guidance that you receive because you get the details of what they're doing. You're always moving on to calmer waters. They want to know how. How do you always get the information? How do you always know what they're doing? How can they never keep anything private from you? How can they not keep anything hidden? They can do all these cloaking spells on themselves, but you see through it with the next card, clairvoyance. Clarify clairvoyance. You see through everything. Yeah. When it comes to major choices, your intuition tells you about what kind of major choices to take with the number 6 there. Again, your 6th house. You see the major choices, especially when it comes to relationships, partnerships. Like you have the details, the plans of how these people keep trying to create insurmountable problems to you, make you duty bound. They try to make you have to be adjustable in life. when it comes to your judgment, okay? So these people are trying to affect your judgment when it comes to major choices, major decisions, but your intuition is always able to cut through the bullshit to get through the details that someone's trying to mess with your judgment when it comes to major decisions, major choices. Because they want you to have insurmountable problems. They want you not to be able to trust your intuition. They want you to choose incorrectly and it just be like a spiraling effect after that. Yeah, this is somebody here. This is a Queen of Wands. This is someone who's confident, who's attractive, who can have good business sense. This is somebody from a community here that's trying to find the way forward. Because again, they know that your intuition is too spot on. They know it's too spot on. They know that you see through everything. They can't keep nothing hidden. Clarify soul radiance. Clarify soul radiance. Yeah, the fact that you keep coming back bigger and better is making these people fight. These people are fighting amongst each other now. All these people that were collaborating with this Queen of Pentacles, this Queen of Wands, because every time they do something to you, every time they do that ritual, they do that spell, you know, we just had a new moon, right? Like, and then there's the full moon and Lionsgate portal before that. Every time they keep trying to do something to you, you bounce back stronger than ever, and then you're talking about it. Like you're talking about it leading up to it. You're talking about it on the day. You're talking about it after, and you've got the details. You know exactly what the fuck you're talking about, right? And it makes people fight because they can't be hidden anymore. Yeah, it has all to do with your sacral chakra, your creativity. You are so creative in how you express your truth, your messages for other people to hear, for other people to learn from you, to learn from your example. Yeah, you creatively give people the news, like of what's going on. Like say, like you could even be giving other people spiritual guidance. It could not be only just yours. You're teaching too many people how to break through the illusion, how to break through the deception. Like even if these aren't people that were targeting you in the beginning, they start targeting you because you were messing up their food supply. Essentially, you were messing up their money, or you know, like their offerings or something like that. They start targeting you then. But it's how you are creatively giving the message for people to learn from you, though. Like how to break free from the illusion, how to overcome mental magic. Like it's not even only that you survived, it's you're teaching other people how to survive and overcome as well. Like not just survive, you know, and, you know, stay in that trauma and things like that. No, like you're teaching people how to go about having happy lives after they deal with shit like this. And that makes them feel very, very restricted. It makes them feel very victimized, like they're going to go to jail for all the shit they've done. They're paralyzed with fear and terror at how strong your willpower is. Like how they keep doing all these binding spells to you, but ain't shit happening, ain't shit popping. Like you're still out here teaching the masses. You're still out here being in your truth, your integrity. You're still out here being a high priestess, a hierophant, like a messenger of the divine. You get the downloads and you're meant to speak it to the public. And these people aren't able to burn you at the stake. They're not able to unalive you. They're unable to shut you up because they've tried. So if you've got a platform, they can't take you down. They can't limit your numbers. Anytime they try to do that to you, you just bounce back stronger than fucking ever. And that makes these people feel very victimized. They feel restricted because, again, they can't keep shit from you. You always get the downloads. You always get the details, the plans, and you know how to circumvent it. Clarify, Divine Mother. Okay. Divine Mother is here, is disrupting everybody's plans. Let me just tell you that. Can you see how all that just flipped out? So there's the leader here. This is a King of Wands. He likes to come out in all my readings. This is the leader here. He's very passionate about doing something to a divine feminine when it comes to her being in alignment with something. He wants her to abandon her calling. He wants her to walk away from any kind of celebrations or having friendships. He wants to isolate this divine feminine. He doesn't want no one hearing her. Doesn't want no one talking to her. He doesn't want, again, with the heart chakra being there, he doesn't want nobody to talk to her. He don't want nobody to hear her. He don't want nobody to see her. He wants to keep her secluded inside her home in fear. He don't want her talking to nobody. Yeah. And he's in confusion. He's avoiding facing reality and denial of the truth here. Because of the hostility, the exploitation that has been revealed again by the goddess here. He's having bad luck, a lot of upheavals in his life, disruptions, setbacks. He's having to admit defeat. He feels very, very vulnerable. He could even be having health problems. So this man here who's very, very hell set on targeting this divine feminine, trying to put her out of alignment with being this divine union, being this spiritual speaker here, wanting her to abandon her celebrations, abandoning her having any kind of friendships or community or sharing with other people. Again, he wants you confined in a box. Like he'd be the person who would keep you locked up in his basement if he could. But Bondra's here. He's fear of making bad decisions. He's having to confront the issues here because right now people know that he's a liar, that he's just trying to exploit you. He feels like a failure, again, because you keep rising up. You know every plan that he does before he's going to do it, and then you talk about it. Talk about what's going to happen to them. You talk about what they're doing. You talk about how to overcome, right? And this person's having a lot of upheaval. Their health is even impacted by this. They're having setbacks. So these people are going through, it looks like divine judgment. They're going through divine judgment, plain and simple. Like they're going through divine judgment. Like they're having to face the reality that there's consequences for their actions. And so like not only are they unable to do shit to you, but now shit's being done to them and they can't cleanse it off because you can't cleanse off what a God puts on you. Clarify divine feminine. Yeah, it has to do with the divine feminine, her love life here, trying to bring ruin, trying to give her to have a painful ending to her ever having some kind of relationship. Again, like it's all about trying to keep her from being in this divine union with the number 7 there, your 7th house, your partnerships, your commitments, your marriages, right? Trying to make it to where you're not in alignment for this. And they were trying to ruin your reputation, do that whole smear campaign. But also trying to exhaust you by sending all that energy out to you, trying to exhaust you, trying to make it where you're tired, where you can't work. Like, trust and believe they couldn't shut you up, then they try to make you tired to where, like, you feel that, like, brain fog. You feel mentally heavy, where, like, you just want to sleep. But they still see that you're producing content. They still see you're still working. Yeah, because you keep remaining in this King of Swords-like attitude, okay, energy, like, you are hella in your power, you're speaking your truth, you're very discerning, you're in authority here. But then we also have this King of Cups. This is someone who's emotionally stable. This is someone who wears a lot of masks, that's been trying to master craft to bring this divine feminine poverty through isolating her. Through isolating her from her children, isolating her from her inner child, as well as her divine masculine. With the number 4 here, your 4th house is your family. So this is giving, like again with the smear campaign here, this is giving making false reports to CPS, which is illegal. You will get a misdemeanor, and if you keep making multiple reports, you will get a felony. Just in case anybody needs to hear that, right? Like if you're getting proven false, you don't have no facts. Again, focus on facts with this Mercury and Virgo. If you don't have no facts, you'll get legal issues. Right? But it seems like their tactic is now they try to, to isolate this divine feminine from the world, to get nobody to hear her, to get nobody to listen to her, take down her platform, try to isolate her, try to infiltrate all her social circles, things like that. But now they're trying to isolate her from her family, her children, her significant other, because they want her to have temporary hardship. They want her to be in poverty. They want her to deal with all these issues so that way they can overcome any kind of obstacles. And bring this divine feminine anxiety, fear, and despair to make her. So it all depends on you. In order for them to get something out of this divine femme, they have to put you in that fear energy. They have to put you in that fear mindset, but you won't cave. It's like in order for them to get anything from you, like your energy, say if these are energy harvesters, energy siphoners, if these are people that try to destiny swap, they need you out of your purpose. They need you to be in fear, but you're not. Like, it's like the more these people come for you, the harder you go. And I mean, and that's the way it is, right? Like, the harder they come for you, the harder you go, because obviously you're doing something of significance. Otherwise, you wouldn't have all these people willing to not only destroy their lives, their families' lives, but their entire fucking lineage lives. So why wouldn't that make you go, right? Like, especially if they're targeting your significant other and your children. Like, the power of love, okay? The power of love. Attacking the ones you love the most will make you keep going. Because now they've got that inner warrior within you now. Now they tapped into, it's not just you they're coming after the ones you love, which means now you're going to fight even fucking harder. Now you're going to, make these people fucking pay. Now you got that fire in your breath, on your tongue, and your chest. Now you're going to go. Now you're going to do whatever you got to do. You're going to pray. You're going to cleanse your energy. You're going to tell your ancestors, go fuck them up. Show no mercy, right? Like, their divine feminine is not just love and light. Let me just put it to you that way. Divine feminine means she had to face her shadow. She had to go to the dark to get the light. So that means she's got a dark femme within her and she's got a light femme within her that makes up the whole. You activated the dark femme energy. Dumb of you. Because for someone to have that strong of a light, that means that darkness within them is equally as potent. Equally as potent. So like if you can't stand, like say if their light irritates your demons, imagine that darkness though. Like it don't matter what this divine feminine is. Say if she was in the dark, she'd still outrank your ass. She'd be higher than you. She'd be queen. Don't matter what this divine feminine is. She's either going to be queen of the light or she's going to be queen of the dark. So you would still be over all these people. That's what's funny to me. It's like you're high ranking spiritually. Hierophant with high priestess. You're high ranking. So if you were in the light, you're queen of the light. You're a divine feminine. But if you are in the dark, they would worship you in the dark, right? Like they'd still be beneath you. They'd still be lower than you. They still would be unable to take you down because you outranked them. So it's like, who do you want to bow to? Do you want to bow to the divine feminine light or do you want to bow to the divine feminine dark? Because either way, you're going to bow to the divine feminine. But they need you to be in fear. And they're going after your kids, they're going after your counterpart, and then you know what that does, collective? It not only unlocks more of your spiritual protection, but then unlocks your children's, your significant others, because they come with protection as well. Clarify earth magic. Yeah. You keep getting assistance here because of your fearlessness to balance out the energy of this illusion. So it's some kind of illusion here. Trying to cast illusions. That's what demons do. They cast illusions when it comes to your abundance and your wishes being fulfilled. And you having success and recognition. They want you to be stuck in some kind of stalemate. They want you to be in fear. They want you not to know which way to go. But you get help because of your fearlessness. You get assistance. Clarify bright heart light. And it's because, again, your light is so bright. Your light is so powerful because of your patience, your perseverance, how determined you are to have this new beginning, how determined you are to leave these people behind, how determined you are to keep up your boundaries, to have that self-esteem, that self-confidence to keep moving forward, to having abundance here. And that makes these people trapped. They're now trapped from, again, 12-12 from having a new beginning because of your heart chakra is open. You not only saved yourself, but then you went back and saved everyone else. Now these people are starving. Now they're broke. Now they're having health problems because they don't have nobody to feed off of. Because again, they messed with you. They kept poking the bear. And now you aren't only just saving yourself. Now you went back to save everybody else and warn all the townsfolk. They don't like that. They're paralyzed with fear because this kind of shit only works if it's hidden, and none of it's hidden anymore. Clarify ancient wisdom. Again, you know all about this witchcraft here. Okay, with the devil here, I can't show you the card because YouTube don't like nakedness. But you have ancient wisdom here on how to keep your willpower intact with people who keep trying to bend your will, trying to bind you to heartbreak and pain and trauma, like trying to replay, traumas in your head. Yeah, there's been this King of Pentacles. This is a wealthy masculine energy who's been paying people to try to bring death to you, to try to bring endings to your life. Yeah, trying to manifest this for when you're asleep. Okay, so again, dream state magic. I keep saying it. Dream state mental magic. This is all this is. This is illusions. This is binding spells. And they do it via mental magic and dream state magic. You have the ancient wisdom here to provide miracles of keeping your willpower. These people who keep trying to bind you, because there's someone here who's paying like a practitioner to keep trying to do binding spells on you. Keep trying to, this could even be trying to unalive you with witchcraft, with the death card being here. Because again, you're taking away their meals. You're taking away their food supply. Because you not only saved yourself, you saved everyone else. And now you're warning the townsfolk about these people. Their masks have been ripped off. Everybody knows who they are and what they do. They don't want you to be alive because of that. So they keep trying to attack you in the dream state. Because again, they couldn't attack you head on. They die on the way there. Clarify healing the heart. Your spiritual protection, they die. They like have a car accident on the way to your home. Because you keep listening to your intuition on how to heal your heart from some kind of promiscuous player or making some kind of hasty, quick decision. Again, it says that your intuition tells you about how these people are trying to mess with you and you making major decisions in life, trying to affect your judgment. You keep listening to your intuition because these people keep trying to deceive you, trying to, steal from you, steal your energy, but they need you to be in fear. They need your heart chakra to be closed. But you could have also dealt with some kind of promiscuous player. But again, it's a completion of a cycle. You've already completed that cycle out. That's why you get to move forward to calmer waters, and these people are now trapped in the trap that they set for you. Because you have a new relationship here with your divine counterpart. Yeah. And you're on to happiness. So you're in a new cycle of happiness. And these people are essentially going through the bad karma. This could also be backfires. With Mercury being in Virgo, that's also giving contracts. Like the contract that they signed to do all this to you, to be successful with that low vibrational entity here. Like they're having to get to the details now of what exactly they signed up for if they failed. Because again, remember, they're having setbacks. Their own health they're having health issues. People know that they're lying. People know exactly who they are. They've had their mask ripped off. They're unable to deceive the everyday people about who they are. Because again, you went and warned all the town folk about what it is they were doing. And now they feel very, very trapped by that. Because you got Goddess here and she sees everything. Goddess sees everything. What are these people going through right now, Spirit? What are these people going through right now? What are these people going through right now? Being charged with a crime or offense they did not commit. Because that energy's coming back. Yep. Victim of identity theft. So these people could have even tried to get you locked up by trying to plant like your blood or your DNA at some kind of crime scene that they committed. And now that energy is going back to them. It's going to happen to them. They're unemployed. They're laid off, fired. They lost their job, having money but feeling lonely, unable to manifest love, so their own heart chakras are blocked, contracting a curable STD, extreme stress and anxiety, their own throat chakra is blocked. I felt that at the very, very beginning of the spread, like my throat chakra tried to constrict. They don't know what to say because they couldn't get you to shut up. Now they feel like at a loss for words. Having one problem after another. Falling ill to sickness or disease. Again, someone here is getting really, really sick. But again, if they're doing those death spells, they would. Having to resort to using their body to get ahead. So and that's where they're getting their STDs from. Because they've been dumped by their mate. Again, if these are people that keep trying to attack your marriage, keep trying to attack your divine union, attack your children, it's going back onto them. So say if they keep trying to break up spells with you and your divine counterpart, it's happening to their own relationships. Simultaneously watching you rise as they fall. So here's some, here's how you can think about it. If you haven't seen any kind of justice in your life yet, each time you get a win in life, each time something good happens to you, something terrible happens to them. So say like you got a new house, they lost their house. Say you got a new car, they lost their car. So you guys are optimal health, they lost their health, right? Like every time you get something, now they fall. They get the opposite of whatever it is that you got because of the details of that contract they signed to do all this witchcraft on you to try to make you a sacrifice. It's blowing up in their face. Great Goddess Morgan, tell us about this divination spine. Tell us about this divination spine. Tell us about this divination spine, Great Goddess Morgan. Yeah. They're unable to work together now. Nobody wants to collaborate to check in on your money. So it's like they're in fear now about the spiritual guidance that you receive, but it can also be like what they're receiving. Like when they pull cards on you, they see nothing but good coming for you. They'll even go to readers and have them read for them. And they'll even try to trick themselves and say, well, they're just reading my energy and not the collective's energy. They will do anything and everything they have to keep up with that delusion that they're still winning. Again, all the proof is in the pudding there. Like, they're not winning shit, but like they'll trick themselves, they'll deceive themselves and tell them they're still winning. And anybody who tells them otherwise, it's like they're in denial about it. But nobody here wants to check in on your finances. They don't like the answer that they're going to get, like your long-term stability. They don't want to collaborate to look into your life anymore. Yeah. They don't want to divination spy on your money anymore to see if the goal that they had of bringing you hardship and things like that is working. Why though, Great Goddess Morgan? Why do they not want to? On the table, please. This King of Cups. Again, this is a person with many, many faces. Yeah. He's having to adjust his priorities because, you know, he's got a whole lot of shit going on in his life. You don't have time to be checking on you. Yeah, because all he sees is that you're happy and that you're getting justice for what these people kept trying to do to you in your relationships. So, like, nobody wants to divination spy anymore on what's going on with the collective's life and if their witchcraft is working, because all they're seeing is that you have long-term stability. All they're seeing is that you're happy. But also, all they're seeing is that whatever they've been doing has been illuminated to the court system about what they were trying to do to your relationship. Great Goddess Morgan, tell us about the spirit of divination spying. Because all they're going to see is that you're abundant and self-sufficient. Tell us the spirit, Great Goddess Morgan. You're abundant and self-sufficient, and that you have a very secure and stable household. So again, these people are doing breakup spells, trying to separate your children from you by any means necessary, doing witchcraft on them, you know, trying to get the legal, you know, trying to bring you legal issues, trying to bring the justice system back to you, you know, it's giving like the false reports to CPS, trying to say you're abusive or you're out drugging and things like that, because that's what's been coming up all the time. But all I see is that your home is very, very stable. You're in harmony. You're financially self-sufficient. That you're receiving offers, or you receive some kind of romantic offer that has made all your wishes come true because you have stayed in this Queen of Swords energy. You have been speaking your truth unapologetically as fuck, of course. And you have very, very strong boundaries. You're very, very intelligent. You could have Mercury and Virgo in your chart. And you're having a passionate breakthrough from this witchcraft that was meant to make you feel some kind of grief and sorrow. What has been illuminated to the justice system, Great Goddess Morgan? What has been illuminated to the justice system? What has been illuminated to the justice system? Again, that you're in the public eye. You're in the public eye with fifth house. You can have a platform. But again, these people are in fear of how you creatively express your truth. How you creatively teach people how to not only overcome, but to restore balance, order, justice, and happiness in their lives. You're in the public eye. And again, so the justice system is watching. Tell us more about what's been illuminated to the justice system, Great Goddess Morgan. What has been illuminated to the justice system? Yeah, that you have a new relationship. And that these people are in anxiety, fear, and despair about it. Yeah, about you being with your divine masculine. Because they couldn't stop it. They couldn't stop the union from coming together, which means there's going to be consequences from whatever entity that they sign this deal with. Yeah, this King of Wands. This King of Wands here is very hella triggered by you being with this divine counterpart. Because you get to move on. You're overcoming obstacles here. You're getting to move forward with your children. From this tower that they kept trying to send to you. Because again, it's a completion of a cycle. When it comes to relationships that are fishy offers, meant to restrict you, to victimize you, maybe even try to put you in jail. Because that was their plan. So it's a closed cycle for these people trying to give you any kind of fishy offers, meant to like frame you for a crime, meant to, you know, backstab, betray you. Because again, they were planning on deceiving you. They were planning on robbing you of some kind of financial opportunity here. It's what they worked long and hard to do with the Queen of Wands. This could be somebody that they're in a relationship with. And now they're trying to find the way forward from being overburdened and exhausted by all this death magic that they were trying to do to your strength. Again, like trying to deplete you of energy, trying to unalive you with witchcraft, give you health problems. Not only you, but your divine masculine and your children. Sending death magic to all of you. The courts know about this. The justice system knows about this. It's been illuminated. They've been found out. Because they know about the plan of how these people originally wanted to like con you, essentially. This is like being a con artist. They wanted to con you and get you trapped up. They wanted to frame you for a crime. Spirit, tell us about what the justice system found out about these people. That these people were trying to threaten you. What does the justice system know about these people? Trying to threaten you into being lonely. And so that you would marry for money. Because they were jealous. They were attention seeking. Tell us more about what the justice system knows. Yeah, these are karmic friends. So these are people that you couldn't trust. This was some kind of soul tribe that you had when you were in your lower vibration before you hit your awakening. That wanted something that you had. They didn't care how they got it. Yeah, these people were trying to threaten you with witchcraft. Again, these people never did shit to your face. These are cowards that had to do shit to you behind your back. Yeah. They were paid to do this to you. To try to steal your ideas, to copy off your work. Again, it says that you could be a content creator, you do something online. With the sacral chakra that came out, this is energy harvesting. To steal your ideas, to copy off you, to feed off of you. That's energy harvesting. Because they thought that they would get some kind of unexpected money. They would hit the jackpot off of your energy. So it's like, if the justice system never knew about this kind of shit before, they do now. Yep. And now they feel ashamed. So again, it's like, this guy's got egg on the face. So it's like, not only did you save yourself, but you went back and saved everyone else. Then you warned the townsfolk about these people. And then you took it a step further. And because of the way that you creatively communicate, like your truth and how to overcome this kind of stuff, you laid it out for the justice system. So that way they know how to look for people that do this kind of shit. Like, you're teaching not only the townsfolk, you're teaching the justice system on how to identify this particular crime. And they've seen it. Again, these people feel humiliated and ashamed now because the justice system knows about their plan to do all this witchcraft on you. What signs to look for. What are the tells that people have been doing witchcraft on somebody. Their whole plan, like, okay, we're going to do this mental magic. We're going to do this psychic attack. We're going to attack them in the dream state. We're going to do this illusion on this day at this time during this ritual with so-and-so and so-and-so there. And then we're going to try to send fear. We're going to try to make this person sick. We're going to try to make them exhausted. We're going to do to them. We're going to do their masculine. We're going to do it to their kids, right? We're going to try to make their kids, extra crazy, put them in Discord, go to school saying some crazy shit about their parents. So that way they get in trouble with the legal system as well. And then, we're going to invite when the collective loses everything, we're going to invite them out and then we're going to set them up. Like, you taught the justice system the kind of shit that people like this do. Tell us more. Yeah, these people, the justice system knows about these people's obsession with you. How they can't let you go and live your life. Because they're hoping that they didn't lose their chance with you. They don't want to lose their chance with you. Because they want to steal from you. So it's like you taught the justice system about a completely different kind of thief, a different kind of con man out there. They don't want to lose their chance to rob you of your destiny, of your energy, because these people ain't shit. They know that you ghost these people, that you don't have any contact with them. That these people always get locked up or they're about to be locked up. They've got high emotions about being locked up. That's what the justice system knows, that they're scared now that they've been caught. That's why nobody wants to divination spy on you anymore. Because there's karmic repercussions for that. You can't just tap into anybody's energy. You will get your ass whooped. Stop. It's and they're hearing everything they don't want to hear anyway, and they're trying to create some kind of disillusion about, how the reader is talking about my energy and how I'm going to be abundant. It's like, yeah, do you see your life? Do you see how cursed you are? Does it look like you're going to fucking get anything good coming to you anytime soon? No, it doesn't. It doesn't. Yeah. Because they know it's from trying to invade your dreams. They also know that you receive the download. So you know when to cord cut. You know when to cleanse your energy. You know when something's wrong, right? You know the plan about how they want to give you some kind of dirty offer. So diseases and demons to beg and work it out with you, but then act cold-hearted with you. Again, to set you up. These are people who divination spy on all the time, trying to see if you and your partner broke up, if there's anything happened with your kids, if you're doing any kind of hardship. This air sign, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, trying to see if there's any kind of secrets, or if you got you and your partner hiding any kind of truths, because they're a happiness hater. So they're trying to see if there's anything bad going on in your marriage, to see like if you guys are hiding something, because they think that you're just putting on a front. They think that you're just putting on a front. They can't stand the fact that you're happy, that you're in a good union. Again, these people do this day in and day out of tripping on you because they want you back, because you're a boss bitch. You're multifaceted. You run your own business. You're very, very successful. And you block these people on social media because all they do is try to start drama with you to give you some kind of bad reputation by creating these fake accounts. So again, like, the justice system knows about all this because you taught the justice system about a new kind of con. And it's one that involves doing witchcraft on the victim ahead of time, and then they come in to steal, to lie, cheat, and steal. And to unalive, apparently. They unalive as well, because, I mean, that's been coming out as well. People doing witchcraft on people to collect on insurance policies. They illegally take out insurance policies on people without their consent, without their written consent. And then they try to unalive them with witchcraft, and they collect on said policy. Like, you taught the justice system that. They may have not known otherwise. They do now, though. They do now. Give us the tea. You passed your test of integrity by keep telling your truth about a family member, not your parents or siblings. That's an earth sign, Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo. Speaking your truth about it. So you have family members involved as well, because you don't look like what you've been through, right? They lost more than what they gained for working against you. Again, this isn't your parents or sibling. These are like cousins, aunts, uncles, grandparents. They lost more than they gained for working against you, and now they want revenge. Again, but make that make sense. The situation garners the same result because it's not meant to go farther. So they keep doing the witchcraft, the woo-woo on you, thinking that that something's gonna happen, but it's not, because it's not meant to. And now these people want to come tell you what you want to hear, because they want to corrupt you. Or is it saying that they've corrupted a child, but it's not your children? It could be theirs. These people are now asshole deep in debt. Those aren't your friends, they're your ops. So these friends were your ops the entire time. So brace yourself for this person's lie. They're trying to play victim after past actions have caught up with them when they did this animal sacrifice. So keep drinking your water. These people tried to steal your identity. And somebody was sleeping with the enemy here that now has a karma brought about illness that they will not recover from. The situation was required to reach your destiny. Your entire family is karmic and or demonic. So again, a family member, not your parents or siblings. This has to do with your aunts, your uncles, your cousins, and grandparents here. That they lost more than they gained from coming against you. Especially an earth sign, Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo. They're karmic and demonic. That has a hunger, desire, and passion for you. To manipulate your children, again, spiritually and physically. They tampered with your mail. You're in the public eye enough that any harm that came to you would get attention, especially because the law officials know about, because of the smear campaign and everything bad that they said about you, they see intent. You know, like, if there's anybody that was out there to hurt you, they know exactly who it would be. It would be the people out here smearing your name. Yeah, that want to put you in some kind of abusive relationship, Stockholm syndrome, make you, sympathetic towards your abusers. So you need to get you a stone or crystal that resonates with you. On my desk here, I have Shungite, which is a water purifier. It also absorbs negative energy, and it grounds you and protects you from electromagnetic radiation. The link is in the description box for you. They fear how much you know, because again, you're not only saving yourself, you're not only going back and saving everybody else, you alerted the townsfolk, and then you also gave the authorities the entire plan of how these people run their con. Yeah, because the tables have turned. They can't handle the smoke from the fire that they started of them working together. Someone here is on a registry, or that was their goal, was to try to make you a sex offender. When it comes to your relationship, 7th house. Again, your 7th house is very significant here. They did not want you to be in a long-term relationship with your divine counterpart. They thought you'd be easy prey and got devoured. Death is near because they kept calling on it so much. Trying to take you out. People who think they're playing you plays themselves, and they're realizing that. Realizing that. Like, that's a hard realization. That's a hard pill to swallow right now. A sibling. So we have, again, it says like not a sibling or your parents, but it's like it's everyone. It's everyone. It's like every single person in your family. They're evil as fuck. And you know this if you separated from them. Yeah, so keep your plans to yourself, because they're always looking for a way to get back within your good graces, because it's time to move and take action. These people are being haunted by your ancestors and the spiritual team. Again, this is your family that's being haunted by their own ancestors and your spiritual team. You're embarrassing the family. That's what you're doing, karmic. Like, you're embarrassing the family name. Supernatural occurrences are happening. So you need to work on your healing. Do a shaman diet to detox, which means like eating fruits, veggies, cutting out meat, cutting out sugar, cutting out salt, drinking lots of water. Because again, emails, group chats, and texts were found. Again, there's proof. There's proof. There's proof in every sense of the word. They got the whole plans these people said, and then they got you telling everybody, on your platform or however you communicate creatively, using that, that Venus and Leo type energy. You're communicating creatively up to this point. Because Mercury was also in Leo. Like, at this point, you've been communicating creatively where people are more inclined to believe what you say. You're telling them the plans, and then, all it took was the law officials to, like, tap into these people's electronics, and they saw the whole plan that backed up everything that you said, right? Like, it backed up everything you said. What does the collective higher self want them to know? Collaboration. There's a new and exciting opportunity to say yes to that's in the works for you. That all this was a blessing in disguise for you. So keep opening your heart. You're learning to love others, as well as to let others love you, because you're manifesting magic right now. You're currently experiencing many changes in your relationships and friendships. So that means like you're getting rid of the old ones to bring in the new ones. You're getting rid of all the low vibrational riffraff and bringing in the high vibrational ones. It's time to go within to uncover your true feelings. 444 is the angel for you, are protected and guided by the angels. So like you're soul searching. You're being in alignment with your purpose. What blessings for the collective you were able to show gratitude for during this Mercury in Virgo? A blessing on your sleep and a blessing for healing of injury or illness. Again, they kept sending death magic to you, trying to send illusions to you. And a blessing for you to find the truth and then talk about it. Talk about it, because you're being heard. You're most definitely being heard right now. What does bond with the collective to know? What does bond with the collective to know? You have the sacred masculine, the protection, support, and you're being honored. So have boundaries here. Communicate them very clearly for your protection. That your creations are being realized in the right time. It's time for the bloom, the harvest for you to celebrate. I mean, we are in that time period of the wheel. Somebody else come tell you they're sorry to right past wrongs, but when I look at this card, it's like they want to uproot you from your life. So no response is the best response. That right now it's a time for pleasure, ecstasy, romance, devotion, sensuality, and love, because you're healing the heart and you're attracting like a rose all of your desires. Abundance is coming to you. And at the bottom of the deck, it's mercy. It's over. Acceptance. It's like the silver lining after the storm. That's all over. These people are going to jail and they're scared about it. Maybe they don't want to come talk to you about it, but some of them will die a little before they even get to you. They're only alive because they have to suffer through the karma. That's what you need to know. We have Archangel Haniel here telling you to have the optimism for a new beginning, because you're going to have good luck. And you're currently mirroring experiences of your divine counterpart. All right, collective, I hope I was able to provide you with clarity of what you intuitively know. Thank you for watching. If you like my vibe in this video, please like, share, and subscribe. It definitely helps out the channel. Please stay tuned for a brief little snippet of the princess and her inner voice. Bye, guys.